Hey there, it's Jenna from CoSchedule. Welcome to the fourth chapter for the Getting Started with CoSchedule guide. In this chapter, we're going to be talking about inviting team members to join your marketing calendar. There are a couple different user roles in CoSchedule, and it's important to understand the ins and outs of each one before inviting your team. So, if you are new to CoSchedule and you are a marketer who feels like you're wearing too many hats and struggling to implement your process, this lesson is for you. This lesson is going to cover a couple different steps. First, we will look at the different kinds of user roles in CoSchedule. Then we will go over how to onboard your team to CoSchedule. The first step is to understand the different user roles in CoSchedule. In the previous lesson, we talked a little bit about a read-only view. This is something that will be good for your CEO or maybe your sales team or the owner of your business. Basically anyone that doesn't need to be operating within CoSchedule, but still needs to be updated about what your team is doing. Next, if you have a marketing coordinator on your team, you might give this person admin access or manager access. If you have a marketing manager, that's most likely you could be the owner of the calendar. Next, if you have any interns on your team or external contributors, these people should either be guests or users, but we'll dive into that more in the upcoming slides. Let's start out with owners. This is the person who has initiated the CoSchedule marketing calendar. This is most likely you. These people have access to everything in the calendar. They can change the subscription plan, update billing information, and delete calendars. They have all publishing permissions for projects and social messages. They can create and assign tasks to all team members, change calendar settings, administer social profiles, including the ability to delete profiles from your calendar, and administer team members, including the ability to delete team members from your calendar. One important distinction between the owner and the role we will be talking about next, a manager, is that owners can give other people access to the management role, but managers cannot give other people access to the management role. Managers have the same access rights as owners. However, the owner can rescind the access rights from the manager as necessary. As we just talked about, managers cannot add additional managers to the calendar account. Only owners can do that. Now, you might be thinking, who on your team should have manager access? We recommend that you give manager access to one of your trusted coworkers that will have access to different billing aspects. This is important if you are out of the office or perhaps traveling for work. It's important that someone else has access to billing information in case there's a snag or you need to contact support for any reason. Next up is an admin. An admin has all the permissions to publish and delete all projects and social messages, but they cannot delete social profiles. They can change calendar settings, create and assign tasks to all team members, administer team members, but cannot delete team members. This is a good role for someone on your team who is a marketing coordinator or someone who helps regularly with your planning and execution of projects. If you have more people on your team, most of the people will be users. These people can view, edit, publish, and delete tasks and social messages. And they can also create and assign tasks to all team members. This is the most common role and is great for interns or graphic designers, copywriters, or people that regularly execute work for your marketing team. A guest is the last role we haven't talked about yet. These people can view and edit projects only if they're assigned to them. So they can't see all the projects on your calendar, they can only see the projects that they are a contributor of. They can also complete tasks assigned to them, but cannot assign tasks to others. This is a good role to give external writers, or if you have people at agencies that work for you, freelancers, or even vendor partners. I'm going to head on over to the CoSchedule calendar quickly to show you where you can invite and set user roles. Once you open your marketing calendar, you can go ahead and click the menu button in the upper left-hand corner, then toggle down your name and go to Team Members. From here, you can start inviting team members by selecting the button up here. You can also see that your team members are organized into different groups on the side, depending on their role. You can edit a team member's role if you want by simply going over to their name and selecting Edit. And then using the drop down, you can choose a different role for them. The last step you'll want to do after you invite them to CoSchedule is have all of them complete the CoSchedule Team Member Certification course. This course lives in CoSchedule's Actionable Marketing Institute, and the link is included below this video. It's also available as a digital version of a PDF, if that is preferred. Thank you so much for joining me for this video. I hope you understand a little bit more about how to invite people to your calendar and what roles they should be assigned in your marketing calendar.